like somebody with that fact. And that told me you have a lot of compassion. Yes? Hmm? Yes. So is your camera rolling? Is your video camera?
Yeah, already.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep
Okay.
quiet so I don't interrupt.
That's okay.
And be kind to her, will you? Yes. I saw the PowerPoint, it's great. She has to teach.
All right, guys. Today we'll talk about common trends in reporting, and I will go through 3 topics. One technology, videos, and then audio. For tech base, we will go through interactive journalism, technology, internet for investigative journalism and fact checking, and the last one will be VR and AR for immersive experience. For interactive journalism, as we all know that the way that we can interact with audience and audience can do something with our piece of article. It's a combination of technology and mindset, but I will say ideas first. That is how we think what audience can do with our topic, with our article, and it's create a connection with audience. And it would be a strategy for appeal to audience for our premium and paywall, like New York Times or Washington Post do. So here I have some example. We have one from the Straits Times. Straits Times is a prominent newspaper in Singapore, and Singapore is a smart nation with the smartest technology. Okay, so here we can, is the article from 2018 when Singapore passport is ranked top of the world, the most powerful. So here we have like interactive elements. We can choose which country of passport that we hold in. I will try with the United States, and we can see here we rank 4th, and it will compare on visa free, visa on arrival, or ETA or visa required. There's a lot. We can compare Singapore and the United States to see how it ranks, and we can choose the color of the passport around the world. So that's how interactive journalism works. And we not just boring look at the article, we can do something with that piece. Here the example for the New York Times. We can see how much hotter that is how is your hometown than when we were born. I would choose Ho Chi Minh City where I was born and the year that I was born. And I can see how the temperature changed from 1995 till today. So when I say that we have mindset first, that means that everyone knows that the climate change or the earth become hotter, but how it's relevant to us is how the New York Times do, and we have to have that mindset or idea first, and then we can illustrate by technology. Okay, for the technology, the next part is technology and internet on fact checking. We all know that literacy now is also a journalism mission. From election 2016, after that, President Donald Trump used the word fake news, become a phenomenon, and then fact checking is becoming a trend. Basically, we use familiar tools and internet to do our fact checking, and we have to analyze ourselves with our team. We use multiple platforms to demonstrate our fact checking work. Depends on what fake news platforms. Let's say if the fake news from an image or a videos, we can do a videos or an image for fact checking. So it has the relevance. And we have to involve the audience to report or make a claim. Like, the audience will see some fake news across social media and they make a claim to us. That's how the New York Times do. And here's some example. The BBC example is quite famous because they just use a very basic tool about Google Maps and analyze it with the image. It's about a killing of 2 people in Africa, in Cameroon. It's alleged for Cameroon military, but they denied it. So BBC do fact checking on it or do the investigation on it. So we will see.
The final scene of this video, too graphic to show here. They're blindfolded, forced to the ground, and shot at close range 22 times. One of the women still has the baby strapped to her back. The video began to circulate on July 10, 2018. Some claimed that this atrocity took place in Mali.
This is how audience makes a claim to BBC.
But others said it was filmed in the far north of Cameroon, where government soldiers have been fighting Boko Haram since 2014. The government of Cameroon initially dismissed the video as fake news. A month later, they announced that 7 members of the military were under investigation. But there has still been no official admission that these killings were carried out on Cameroonian soil by government soldiers, and there is still no guarantee that anyone will be held to account. So how can we tell what really happened here? Over the next few minutes, we're going to follow these women and children on the short walk to the end of their lives, and to glean from this video the clues that tell us where this happened, when it happened, and who was responsible for this atrocity. This looks like the kind of dusty, anonymous track that could be anywhere in the Sahel. But the first 40 seconds of the film capture a mountain range with a distinctive profile. We spent hours trying to match this range to the topography of northern Cameroon. And then, in late July, we received a tip-off from a Cameroonian source. Have you looked at the area near Zelafet? Close to the town of Zelafet, we found a match for the ridgeline. It places the scene on a dirt road just outside a village called Karamafa. A few hundred meters away is the border with Nigeria. The video also reveals other details that can be matched precisely to what we see on the satellite imagery. This track, these buildings, and these trees. Putting all this evidence together, we can say with certainty that the killings took place here. Less than a kilometer away in Zelafet, we found this compound and identified it as a combat outpost used by the Cameroonian military in their fight against Boko Haram. We'll come back to this base later. Exactly when the killings took place is, at first sight,
So you guys can find these videos online. It's 11 minutes, so I will show some how they use the Google Maps or satellite image to analyze the videos. That's why I say that you have to analyze yourself and you have a team to do it. And
For the second 5 things to know assignment that is coming up next week, one of the tools I'm asking you to analyze is a tool that helps you with first. Okay? So it's coming up. So you are on that. Okay?
all right. And there are some news agencies jump into fact-checking sections. That is how they do the fact-checking on an image. the fake news is photos of Putin's daughter getting COVID-19 vaccine, but it turns out that it's just a ordinary volunteer on Russia. And this is how they do the fact checking. I have some small tips that if you guys want to know whether the image come from, you can use Google as well. Use search Google for image, because each image will have this one. It will have some kind of details that Google can read on it, and you just can do this to fact check your image at the initial stage. And we will see how the New York Times fact checking videos.
Sworn in as president 100 days ago. America has rarely seen such success. A respected Supreme Court justice confirmed. Companies investing in American jobs again. America becoming more energy independent. Regulations that kill American jobs eliminated. The biggest tax cut plan in history. You wouldn't know it from watching the news. America is winning, and President Trump is making America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
That's how they involve the audience claim to them. And this is how they analyze an ad videos of Donald Trump to fact check. They based on some criteria, whether it's true, whether it's false, or possibly, or might be. The next one is we use VR and AR encrypt to our articles. This kind of technology based, and we rely heavily on technology, but we can easily use it as 360 videos or 3D experience, and we can experience it from mobile or even desktop. Here's some example from, again, Straits Times and the New York Times. I would use some Asian examples and the US example so you have a comparison what's going on the world. Not just, and I also encourage you guys to use foreign newspaper, not just in the America, to look at how they use technology around the globe. See here, they show the Asia secret arts. They use some 3D, yeah, and we can look like this, 3D image. And we also can use the Straits Times app to have an AR interactive. Lots of stuff like this. So we will have the immersive experience with the article, not just look at the image itself. We can move it around. Let's see.
The immersion and play was one of the best practices we talked about in our studies. Remember those 12 points? One of them was immersion and play.
And this is how New York Times do with AR. So we can experience it on desktop view also. So this is how they use technology for an articles, and it's not boring anymore. Okay, The second part, second stream is about videos. We all know that videos now a popular platform for us to tell its story, and we will have videos on social media and stories format. Social media videos also still a trend. We see on Facebook, on Instagram, and they focus on the longer videos rather than the short one as before. So we have Facebook Watch or Facebook Live or IGTV and YouTube. There are some like vertical and horizontal, and maybe in the straight. And we have TikTok. I don't know what TikTok will be, but let's just use it as a vertical video. Here we have some example for Washington Post, one like pioneer on TikTok, newspaper on TikTok. We will see they covered two main topics, is news covering and life as a journalist. We will say here that how they coverage TikTok case. So it's just 15 seconds, but we all know that on that day, the TikTok lawyers filed a lawsuit against Donald Trump administration. And here, this is when CEO of TikTok quit job. I think just last week. So just 15 seconds, but they also tell a story or a piece of information.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Wait, Walmart? It's alright, I know him, he's cool.
That
Whatever it
is
takes.
when Walmart jumped into the business of TikTok. And here how they covering live as a journalist at Washington Post. The caption is don't try to lie, our fact checking team.
Run.
In very humor way. And here. When your story make the front page of the newspaper. So there are two main topics on Washington Post TikTok. And here how many of you guys use